So friends, here's the sample response that I've written to the counter. Le prix est exorbitant, ça coûte très cher. Before going to the meaning of these sentences, let's quickly look at some vocabulary. You must understand the meaning of convenir, convenir à quelqu'un, convenir que, convenir de quelque chose. With the prepositions, meaning changes, okay? Convenir à quelqu'un is to suit somebody. Convenir que is to acknowledge that, to admit that. Convenir de quelque chose is when you agree on something. I've written down some examples. Ces horaires ne me conviennent pas. Ces horaires ne me conviennent pas. These hours don't suit me. Je conviens que ça coûte très cher. I admit that it's quite expensive. It costs a lot. Il a convenu qu'il aurait dû m'en parler plus tôt. Il a convenu qu'il aurait dû m'en parler plus tôt. He admitted that he should have talked to me about it sooner. So this sentence is quite a bit of advanced grammar with the conditionnel passé and two pronouns. But it would be really nice if you could use a similar sentence structure. Nous avons convenu d'une date pour notre discussion. We agreed on a date for our discussion. Notice that this de is important, okay? Convenir de quelque chose. So, convenir d'une date, convenir d'un lieu de rendez-vous, a meeting place. And you will notice that in my answer, I'm going to be using nombre d'avantages to mean a number of advantages. You can also say it differently as de nombreux avantages, numerous advantages. And please note that when you're using nombre, there's no article here. It usually comes without the article. Tu constateras nombreux d'avantages. You will notice a number of advantages. We say a number in English, but in French it's just tu constateras nombre d'avantages. Il y aura nombre d'avantages. And then next, dépenser de l'argent is to spend money. So when you're talking about spending money, you have to use the verb dépenser. When you're talking about spending time, it is not dépenser du temps, but passer du temps. Passer du temps. Okay? And the noun form of dépenser is dépense. Une dépense. Une dépense. An expenditure. An expense. Okay? A useless expense. Whereas un investissement has a positive connotation. Un investissement is an investment. Investissement. Un investissement utile is a useful investment. So that was some of the vocabulary I used in my sample response. Now let's talk about the meaning. C'est vrai, you're first acknowledging the examiner's point by saying, yeah, true, it is true. It does cost a lot. Je conviens, I admit. Mais pense à ça comme un investissement utile et non comme une dépense. Think of that as a useful investment and not as an expense. This is pense à ça. This is penser in the imperative mode. Okay? Par exemple, quand tu vas dans un resto et que tu fais un grand repas, ça, c'est une dépense inutile, you can add, but ça, c'est une dépense. For example, when you're going to a restaurant and you order a lot, okay, you have a big meal, that can be an expense. Mais, dans ce cas-ci, in this case, I've just read it in the car here. I wasn't sure if you would understand the C. Mais dans ce cas-ci, in this particular case, il s'agit plutôt, oh my god, I've forgotten the main word here. Il s'agit plutôt d'un investissement. Okay. Il s'agit plutôt d'un investissement. It is more of an investment qui te fera du bien, which will do you good, sur le plan moral comme physique, mentally as well as physically, qui t'apportera nombreux d'avantages, which will bring in a lot of advantages. So overall, what you're basically saying is you're first acknowledging that yes, it does cost a lot, but you're asking them to think of it as an investment, as a useful investment, and not as an expenditure. And then you're talking about an example of, you go to a restaurant and then you spend a lot. That is an expense. But in this particular case, this is more of an investment, which will do you good emotionally and physically, and which is going to bring you a lot of advantages. Okay, so that's your argument for le prix est exorbitant, ça coûte très cher. I would always encourage you to customize this as per your situation. For example, if your topic talks about an internship, then you can say qui t'apportera nombreux d'avantages comme la discipline, l'organisation, la gestion du temps, les compétences de réseautage, etc. Always feel free to customize your response and add in specifics in your answer. That's gonna fetch you more points. Grammar wise isn't much. I've thrown in a bit of imperative and future simple. You may want to pay attention to il s'agit de. Il s'agit de, it's a fixed expression. Okay, il s'agit de means it's about. But the earlier point about this expression is that it is followed by a noun, and it can also be followed by a verb. When it is followed by a noun, it means it is about something. Il s'agit d'un investissement. Okay, it's about an investment. This is more of an investment. But il s'agit de followed by a verb will mean it is about investing. Here I've added the example of in your well-being. It is about investing in your well-being. And a peculiar point about this is this expression will come only with il, not with anything else. Some students may tend to make the mistake of l'article s'agit de, the article is about. It doesn't work like that, okay? You should say dans cet article il s'agit de. In this article it is about, and you cannot directly say l'article s'agit de. It is a wrong construction. So friends, I hope my answer has been useful. Please share it with others who are doing the TEF exam, and I will meet you soon.